Well, hello, it's great to see you all again on the Church History Trail, and we're continuing in Carrickfergus here, and we're actually facing the library of Carrickfergus. And believe it or believe it not, but this library was actually a palace. It's known now as JOYMOUNT House, but it was actually a palace and during the 17th century. And I'm going to interview some people here. They're just waiting on the bus. How you doing? I'm Mark from the Church History Trail. Do you realise that you're actually looking at what once was a palace in Carrickfergus? A palace.
Right.
And it was Sir Arthur Chichester that actually built it. And so that library is actually on the site of where the palace is. That's why it's called JOYMOUNT House. The library is actually called JOYMOUNT House. So I don't know if any of you knew that or not.
I didn't.
But there you are. It's surprised you what you have on your own back door. Are you from Carrickfergus?
Green Island.
Great, very good. And what's your names?
John.
John and
Joy.
Joy.
Brenda.
And Brenda. Well, it's pleased to meet you. I'm Mark, and so you'll be on the Church History Trail YouTube channel. And so give everybody a wave.
Are we famous?
Yous are famous. People will look. Your friends will be looking your autograph. Have a good day now. God bless.
Take care.
We'll cross over here and we'll investigate a wee bit further. As you can see, it's a library today, the building, and there's a wee plaque there. The wee plaque is for Robert Adrian, 1775 to 1843. He was a mathematician, Vice Provost, University of Pennsylvania. Oh, and he was born near Carrickfergus. I'll just zoom in and let you see that a wee bit better. And so it's actually a library now, which was once a palace. It was actually JOYMOUNT Palace. It's now called JOYMOUNT House. And these are the old town walls here, as you can see. Carrickfergus is a bit like Londonderry in that sense, because should I say Londonderry stroke Derry, because basically although the walls aren't as good in Carrickfergus as they are in Londonderry stroke Derry, but they're still, this section here is actually really well preserved, and so they're very good. As you can see, that building is called JOYMOUNT House. And obviously it's referred to that because it was JOYMOUNT Palace at one time, and it was actually a house. JOYMOUNT Palace was actually built on this site, and it was originally a Franciscan friary. And in 1609, you can see a wee billboard there. I'll give you a bit of information. And if you're into history, the wall here is really well worth a visit. But in 1609, Sir Arthur Chichester, he received a grant of the land, and it was known as the Friars' Land, obviously because of the Franciscan friary, and on which they stood the ruins actually of the Franciscan friary. And you can see there the board there beside the walls, Carrickfergus town walls, and just across as well there's a fantastic monument actually to the war dead. You can see a tank there, and also that has to be one of the biggest monuments that there is in Northern Ireland. There's a field gun there. Don't know if you can see the field piece between the pillars there, but that certainly has to be one of the biggest. I think that's a chieftain tank. Don't quote me on that, but that has to be one of the biggest monuments in Northern Ireland. And so this here was the garden of JOYMOUNT Palace, and it's fantastic. And as I say, the walls are very good. Now I have some inside information that Sir Arthur is actually lurking about the gardens here today, so we'll maybe bump into him, and we'll maybe be able to get an interview with him. But you can see the gardens there, and you can come here in the summer and get a wee cappuccino and sit and have a wee seat in the sunshine, and it's quite a good day today for it. Yes, we've actually bumped into Sir Arthur here. You can see Sir Arthur. Hello, Sir Arthur. I'm Mark from the Church History Trail. Would you like to say anything to us? Well, it would appear that Sir Arthur is a man of few words, because we can't get anything of him. We can't get anything out of him at the minute. And as you can see, JOYMOUNT House, painting of JOYMOUNT House in the background there, so it gives you an idea of what this would have been like during the 17th century. There's also a wee bit of information here. Wee billboard gives you a layout of the town. And you can see JOYMOUNT House there. So that's the palace. That's what it would have been like. Of course, Sir Arthur lived in that and built it. But also, there's a wee picture here of Sir Arthur Chichester as well. And Sir Arthur Chichester was a bloodthirsty man, because I know Carrickfergus town was under attack by the Scotch and the Irish, but that didn't matter. Sir Arthur Chichester he killed man, woman and child basically. So he certainly he definitely was bloodthirsty. There's no doubt about that. You can see the wall here. The wall here is fantastic. So it is. My friend Jim from Banbridge would love this. So he was. In fact, I think I showed him it the last time we were here. The wall is fantastically preserved here. So it is. And the Chichesters, actually, they have their own chapel and burial place in St Nicholas Church in Carrickfergus. And they also have the monument there as well to the Chichester family. Arthur and his wife are actually portrayed kneeling before their infant baby, which must have died prematurely. And so basically, that's this is the grounds where the palace would have been. And I'll just zoom up a wee bit and let you see of course, the other side of that now is actually the bowling green, and there's a park in there as well. And then you have the sea directly in front of us there. But this would have been the grounds of JOYMOUNT Palace. And so Sir Arthur in 1609 then, he was granted the land, which is, as I said, was the friars' land. And the following year in 1610, the ruins of the friary, which they'd actually stood there for almost 380 years, he had them removed, and Sir Arthur then commenced the building of a mansion as a residence for himself and his family. Now, it took 8 years actually to build the house, and as you've seen from the wee drawing, it was a substantial house, there's no doubt about it. It was a large house described as a palace, which dominated the town. And the house was named JOYMOUNT. Obviously, that's why the library is called JOYMOUNT House. And it was named that in honour of Chichester's patron, which was Lord Mountjoy. The name is switched round. And so Arthur died in the month of February 1624. And he's actually buried, as I say, in the vault in St Nicholas Church in Carrickfergus. But during the siege of Carrickfergus in 1689, there was 2 guns which were actually placed on the palace, and they were placed there by the garrison, and they commenced firing on the Williamite besiegers who had laid siege to the town. And so it's good to have that wee painting there of JOYMOUNT House or JOYMOUNT Palace, because it really gives you a feeling of what it was like. And so thank you for watching.